Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Halloween. This is the Right Info Podcast Show, and this is your host, King Twan, speaking. Tonight, on this scary, very Halloween night, I like to talk about money, but not in a scary way, but in a more informative way. Something in which people can learn what the finances can do. If things get bad, they can get scary, especially if you don't know how to handle your money. Now, tonight's topic will be the financial companies' risk and innovations. Now, financial activities are often associated with many risks that must be resolved for companies' successful operations. Besides, the moment many large and startup companies are trying to follow the emerging innovations. Now, this blog that I'm explaining aims to explore the reasons for this behavior, the propensity to innovate, and the maintenance of risk among financial companies. In any industry, no matter what it is, an area, business activity is associated with many risks that need to be managed. It's impossible. It is very impossible to get rid of them, only to be reduced or turn them in one way or the other. Therefore, many companies resort to this so-called asset liability management. This type of administration attempts to mitigate risk to meet the company's responsibilities. And besides, to resolve emerging problems, business companies and large corporations can also resort to financial intermediaries' help, allowing them to manage the existing risks. Now, by serving as a middleman between two entities such as banks, an intermediary can help create efficient markets and reduce the cost of doing business through large-scale pooling risks. My apologies. Although the stakes in this case are not eliminated or reduced, their presence does not pose such a danger to companies due to their merger and skillful management of the third party. Excuse me. Now, investors get the opportunity to pool their funds to make larger investments, no matter what those investments are. And when they make those investments, they want to feel lucky. They hope to get some kind of points to make more money. No matter what it is, it's stocks or bonds, mutual funds or whatever, anything or any way to make any kind of money. Now, another way to deal with the risk and challenges involved through innovation is through research. Now, research has shown many factors that drives companies to innovate, but among surviving businesses or businesses that have been surveyed, one aspect was highlighted. Now, it's a common factor is this. It is known. The need to survive. The use of new methods and technologies allow for taking of better positions in the market due to these innovation benefits. Now, although this approach is associated with risk, its use increases the likelihood of a company's success and the potential and income earned. What that means is if you invest in some kind of stock and you hit it, you hit that stock and the profit is pretty good, you might want to save that money to move it into something else. Now, if you put them in that stock and you invest in that stock and that stock falls, you'll be in very serious trouble. Now, talk about something dealing with like more of a scary experience of the possibility of going broke. Now, that would be a Halloween scare right there for you. Losing money and being broke. Nobody wants to be broke. Nobody wants to lose money. So any investments that are made, they have to be wise and useful and know that they're carried out in a way in which no money will be lost and everything will be seen in a more slow but careful way. It don't have to be too fast. Just kind of a way where you're careful no matter what it is. Now, like I said, money can be a very innovative thing. It can create solutions, but it can create problems. It can bring solutions too, but it can also create problems that nobody wants. Now, this is Halloween and stuff, and it's been a while, not a while. I just did a podcast earlier dealing with retirement. So hopefully everybody will listen to that podcast. You can probably link that podcast to this podcast, a little back to back that I want to give the audience. And hopefully you all will learn a lot from this podcast. Just a little information I want to give everybody on this Halloween night, the last day of October, tomorrow being the 1st of November, and hoping everybody have a good Halloween and all. Just want to fill in everybody on some informative ideas on thoughts on how things should go is money-wise. Like as I say, This is the name, of this podcast, The Right Info. I give you the right info for anything. It isn't wrong. My podcast, they'll lead you to more knowledge, more information that you need to know on a need to know basis. So, like I said, I'm just doing this one little podcast for tonight. I did one earlier on retirement. Those two could most likely link up together, interconnect. So, with that being said, I hope everybody have a wonderful Halloween evening and good night. Take care. Love you all. Bye bye.